What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be viewing file contents in Linux. So let's just get right into it. The first command is cat. So cat is short for concatenate, and you pretty much just use it for displaying contents of a file. Really straightforward. So we'll list. So we're going to change directory to notes, and if we list, we have 3 text files. So what we can do is do cat. Let's see what's in name.txt. I am Ryan, so that's just my name. We can do cat poem.txt, and it has a little poem. So cat just displays the contents of a file. With cat, we can also do 2 files at a time, so let's clear the screen. So let's do a list, we can cat name.txt and poem. We press enter. So name.txt is right here, I am Ryan, and the poem's this, so it just prints both of them at the same time. A cat flag we can use that's pretty common is cat-n. So what this does is do a list, we'll cat, let's do spongebob.txt. And right here we'll do a -n, and this will display the file with line numbers. So press enter, and now we have line 1, line 2, all the way down to line 28. Pretty cool. The last one you might find yourself using is cat asterisk.txt. So we can do cat asterisk.txt. And what this asterisk means is just all. So this is saying display or cat every file with a .txt extension. So it'll display the 3 text files we have in this directory. Click enter. And I'm Ryan, the first one. As the poem about cheese, the second one. Where does this end? Right there. And then SpongeBob Gary's song. Pretty good song right there. The next command is less. Less allows you to view file contents 1 page at a time. And this is useful for large files. If you just got a bunch of text, you can page through it. And the difference with less and cat is that cat displays the entire file content at once. So a lot of content will just quickly scroll past the screen, and you might have to scroll back up, and it's just not a great way to view a large file. And also, less has a faster access of a file than cat, because you don't have to access the complete file, you just do it page by page. So let's do an example. We can list, and we'll do cat spooky.txt. This is a chat GPT generated spooky story, so maybe skip this part if you get scared. We'll do enter, and see, we did enter, and now we're at the very bottom, and obviously we're not at the beginning of the story. So we'll have to scroll back up, and then, the part I was looking for is down here. You gotta scroll down. It's just not the best way to do it. However, we'll clear the screen. If we do less spooky.txt, it starts us at the first page. To navigate around the file with less, so spacebar is 1 page forward, so we're reading it, blah, 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 blah. Spacebar, next page, spacebar, next page, spacebar, now we're at the end. And if we want to go 1 page backward, we do B. So back, B, 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 B. Now we're at the top. So we can spacebar down a little bit, a couple pages. If you do G, lowercase g, you jump to the beginning of the file. So the top's right here. And if you uppercase G, so I'll do Shift G, end of the file. And then to quit less, you just do Q. Head is a command that displays the first 10 lines of a file. So if we do a list and we want to see the first 10 lines of SpongeBob, we do head SpongeBob, and that looks like about 10. It's the first 10 lines. And we can also specify, so 10's the default, but we can do, let's clear the screen, we can do head-n for number of lines, and we'll do 20. SpongeBob.txt, and that's about 20 lines. And tail works about the same, except, so head is the first 10 or 20 lines of a file. Tail is, you can probably guess, the last 10 lines or 20 or however many you want of a file. So we'll do tail SpongeBob, and this is the end of the song, Gary come home. And if we do tail dash n, and we can do any arbitrary number, we can do 4 SpongeBob, it'll be the last 4 lines. There it is. So a useful thing with tail is that people commonly want to use tail to see perhaps a log file. So if a log file is continually updating, so new things are added, tail by itself won't keep updating. It'll just show you the last 10 lines, but if the log file updates again, you're not going to get the newly updated line. You'll have to run tail again to see the newly updated line. But we can use the -f flag, which stands for follow, which will show you the last 10 lines and will update when new lines are added. So how we're going to do this is, in this directory, I wrote a little log generator Python program. So it's going to generate our log, and it's going to create a new line in the log file every 2 seconds. And we can actually check that by hack every 2 seconds. So it'll say sleep 2 seconds, then generate a new line in the log file. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to run. So we do Python 3 log generator.py, and now it's running, and so we'll learn how to send that to the background later, but in the meantime we can open a new terminal window, change back to that same directory. Now we're there. So we can do a tail, and this test log file is the output from the log generator Python file. So we'll tail test log. So we see the default's 10. So we have log entry at 1439, 1439. You can see every 2 seconds is happening. But the last one, it's not updating. So what do we do if we want to see it as it updates? Well, as we said, we do tail -f for follow, enter. And now we can see 18, 20, 22. So it's following the log file. It's updating as the log file itself updates. There's also the handy dandy word count command. So we'll do a list. Remember what we have. Okay, cool. So we can do word count, WC, and let's do name.txt. Click enter. So we get 3 numbers back. So the first one is line. So you have 1 line in this. The second one is words, so you have 3 words, and then you have 10 bytes. So let's confirm this by catting name.txt. So we can see 1 line, 3 words, I am Ryan, and then this is 10 bytes. So let's make this a little more interesting. Let's do it. Oops, wrong command. Let's do it with spooky.txt. This would be a pretty big one. So spooky.txt has 35 lines, 755 words, and 4,502 bytes.